You're watching Wrangler Dave's Trailer Park.
Hey, T-Man, you got to unmute yourself, brother. There you go. How you doing tonight, T-Man?
Oh, you know, it's living the dream, I guess.
Yo,
I'm right
Rob,
out here
get
next.
the wrong background up.
Yeah, I'm out here parked on the street here, so you're probably gonna hear cars driving by and everything. So yeah, and my voice is a little hoarse. So.
Oh yeah, I understand that, dude. I just got over having the coup flu myself, man. That Delta friggin' sucks.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Wrangler Dave's Trailer Park, man. My podcast on the
Right
Network, man.
Yeah.
So,
when did you start doing this?
This is actually you're my second guest, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, on my show. You're my second guest, man. So
that's pretty cool.
My first was my mom. You were supposed to be on last week, but I ended up getting sick, so I couldn't do the show. And I had to get this infusion done because I was sick. Let's see, what was that infusion called anyway? It was weird. Monoclonal antibody infusion therapy to treat Delta virus. So yeah, I ended up with a COVID Delta. So I ended up having to get that treated up, and it screwed up my voice some, which is still a little screwed up even now.
Right on.
A little slightly more gravelly than it used to be, but that's cool, man. So, had a few questions I wanted to ask you, since I do like an interview style podcast. So, I've been following your YouTube channel damn near since the beginning that you started, right? I think you had built one cart before I became, joining your channel, watching other people build go-karts. I found you, right?
Right.
And, started watching you and following you and shit. And I wanted to ask you, what got you into building go-karts?
Well, it actually kind of happened by accident. Back in the day, I was looking for a way to make some extra money for the home. And what I had done is I went out and I was working at this packing plant here in town. And I saved up a bunch of money. And I had about $1,000. But I wanted to start a business. So I held up $1,000, I put it into the bank, and I wanted to establish some business credit. So I went down and I got a CD in the bank and left the CD sit for about 6 months.
Okay.
Then I went out and I got 2 lawnmowers. Or actually, no. I then got a loan using that CD as collateral for that loan.
Okay. You got a passbook loan.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I then went down and I got 2 lawnmowers, a weed trimmer, and I started a small little lawn mowing business. Well, going through all my clients and stuff, I came across one who had this Mango Rattler that was sitting back behind a shed.
Mango Rattler is a go-kart, right?
Yes, it's a go-kart. Yeah. It's a single-seater go-kart. Had a torque converter on it and everything. And I told them, and they wanted me to weed whack a half an acre of weeds. Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I didn't have a field mower. Okay. I didn't have a big monster. I had this little thing that had 2 wheels and it had the engine on it and it had it's a big trimmer. Okay.
Yeah. Basically a wheeled trimmer. Yeah.
Right. So I mowed their half acre of weeds. And while I was doing it, I saw this thing behind their barn
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little shed.
All right.
So I told him, I says, if you give me that, I'll cut off half the price for mowing. So they were like, okay, you know. So that was my very first go-kart. It was a Mango Rattler. Well, I took it home and I started playing around with it and stuff. I got it up to par, got it working and everything. It was pretty simple to get going. I understood the principles of how to operate the thing and how the torque converter operated and stuff. So I drove that around pretty much for that summer, you know, having fun with the kids and everything. Well, this was the summer of 2008. Okay. At the end, when the mowing season just shut down, I had like 18 regular clients, and within a week, I lost everybody because the temperature dropped. You know, it was September, and everything. Nobody wanted to mow their lawns mowed anymore, and I didn't realize that was going to impact so hard. Okay, I didn't realize I was going to lose everybody in a week. All right, so I sat down and started thinking about how I was going to come up with extra money.
Okay.
Well,
you're fine. Just go ahead and continue to talk. I don't care about the background noise.
Okay. Oh my God! Don't come over here and ask me. These are people I know. And
say what you need to say, but just let them know you're in the middle of a podcast.
Right. Oh yeah, so. I know.
Yeah.
That's if they come over here. I'll be like, too bad. I'm sorry, guys. No, I got this going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I realized I started looking at all my options. Okay. I have a CAD program. I have a small garage. I've been working with steel. I thought, okay, well, I want to build stuff. And this is back when I had heard about Amazon publishing. So the plan was to start building like furniture, like industrial furniture, like children's tables, small desks, you know, build all this stuff up, use the CAD program, and then offer the plans to build this stuff in a booklet on Amazon. Okay. Well, I started thinking, okay, now what do I want to build? And I sat there and I thought about it. I was like, you know, I kind of want to build a go-kart. I want to build one. So I'm thinking, okay, what do I want to build? What design do I want to use?
Now, was that the tumbler? Was the one you were building? Okay.
Yep. So I started going around looking for designs.
That was the first one I caught.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to build a go-kart. Okay. So I started going around looking at all these plans. There's free plans on the internet and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different designs out there. But I wanted to do something unique just because that's how
we actually have a picture of the tumbler. Hey, Rob, you want to put that up for me?
Oh, Jesus, dude, it's not even uploaded.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
You're getting feedback on your end.
All right, you're good. Feedback? Yeah, okay.
I mean, not feedback, echo.
Put it down here.
Echo?
Does that?
Let me try turning down my speaker.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. Try to eliminate feedback because this is a really good mic and it's kind of hard to wear headphones with a cowboy hat. Let me see if I can do that. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
All right. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can you hear me, T-Man?
It's still an exact echo after everything on your end.
On my end or T-Man?
Yeah. On my end or you?
There's nothing I can do about that. Hang on. Check.
Still double echo.
God damn, it sucks. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. I'm still new to this, trying to get this all hammered out. So next time it'll be different. Sorry, T-Man.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I have an Altec Lanzik speaker that's off to the side of me that I'm using to hear you guys. Would that possibly be the cause of it? My speaker's up too loud and it's re-looping through my microphone?
Yeah, I could, because I can hear it.
It's not coming from your end. It's coming from whatever you're hearing, Dave. So when you speak, it echoes, and when I speak, it echoes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know how to turn down my mic sensitivity, so I haven't figured that out with the stupid new mic. So I'll do that before the next podcast. So.
Well, I mean, it's just so jumbled right now. You can't hear anything you're trying to say. It's echoing over itself.
All right, give me 1 second here. Let's see if I can adjust this. Sorry, technical difficulties on my end. There we go. Mic settings. So go ahead and just continue to talk, T-Man, if you can.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Where was I at? Okay, so I was looking for plans, and I wanted to build something unique. Well, that was the newest Batman movie came out in 2005, or back then. It was when they first came out with the Tumbler. So I sat there and thought, okay, well, if the movie came out, and there's got to be somebody who's got plans to build this thing. There's got to be. So I started looking around, and that led me to a forum called chickslovethecar.com. And that forum is all about the Batmobile, the whole forum. It's all about people building the Keaton Mobile and every single Batmobile you can think of. And these guys, they have molds to build bodies and everything for them. Now, granted, it's a very expensive hobby to buy a Batmobile or to even manufacture them, because you get in trouble by Warner Brothers and all that kind of stuff. So I decided that I'm going to take. Yeah, now I can hear echo.
You can hear an echo now?
Yeah. Yep. Now I can hear an echo.
All right, hang on.
Turn on noise cancellation.
Yeah. Do you see noise cancellation? Put that on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Am I still echoing?
A little bit. It's like a much quieter echo now.
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. It's loud.
I've got a button on the side of my mic. I'll just use it. Because I went into the settings and it didn't work.
God damn it. We'll see if we can get producer Jimmy to come on here and see if he has some ideas. Let me see here. Let me hit him up. Here we go. You ready, Jimmy? I'm bringing you up to say hello.
Go ahead, T-Man. I don't know why I'm echoing. Can you hear me?
You know what, dude? I don't think the echo is on your end.
I can hear you.
When he froze, I couldn't hear an echo anymore.
Yeah, T-Man, you're echoing. Your speaker's too loud in the background. You're muted, Jimmy.
Check your noise cancellation.
Yeah, I did, man. I already went through all that. It's all turned on.
Listening through a speaker?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the computer in front of me.
Put your headphones on.
I can't. That doesn't work.
Can you hear me, guys? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you still.
Okay. Is there any echo?
No.
No echo.
Test. Okay. Yeah, I put these headphones on so that way there's nothing else going back through. So
Yeah, you're good, man.
All right.
All right, sorry
Okay.
about the technical difficulties, folks. We're still new here. My show is brand new, literally. This is only my second episode, so we're working out bugs, guys. So bear with me, please. Okay, so back to the to the tumbler cart.
Mhm.
So you fabricated that thing from scratch.
Yeah. I started going around in that forum, chickslovethecar.com, and the some of the guys had different designs and stuff like that. Well, I started looking at what they were planning on doing, and I sat there. I thought, well, maybe I could try it this way, maybe I could try it that way. So I pulled up my program, and the program that I was using at the time, and I've still consistently kept using it, is called SolidWorks. It's a 3D edit. It's a 3D program, and so I started looking at the car and started doing sheet metal patterns in the program. And once I got a basic idea on the size of the machine that I wanted to do, I decided that I would have to now try to figure out how I was going to be able to fit inside the thing. Well, so over time of trial and error, I actually ordered the tires first because I wanted to know how well this thing is going to look, because it came down to looks. I wasn't building the machine as a performance machine. It's just a novelty thing.
Okay.
But I'm building the thing so that way I can sell the plans. So there had to be a level of differences between what I'm building and what the actual car looked like, because I could get in trouble with Warner Brothers. All right. Because I'm selling plans to people on how to build this thing. So I started doing all the sheet metal. Once I got the basic size of how big I wanted this thing to be, I started with the arms, placing the tires in front of me. I'd sit on a chair in my living room trying to figure out how big this thing is going to be, how big I wanted the windows to be, how long it was going to be, et cetera, et cetera. So most of it was all just eyeballing the rear car and trying to scale it down to the point to where it would be a go-kart version. Okay. So I started working on it. I started posting pictures of my whole progress on that forum. And then by, I think, January, I was to the point to where I started to assemble it, because I built up the arms first, the body, and then I went to the rear end. If I remember right, God, this is a long time ago. And then once I got the frame done, and you can see that on a lot of my videos, once I got the frame done, I needed to test it out a little bit. So I'd put my kids on it and I'd push them around the parking lot. And so then came down to the point of putting the steel on. That was pretty much all kind of eyeballing, and thank God for magnets, because it was the magnets. I'd have to put 2x4s over this thing and use magnets to hold the plating in place, and then get inside with a tape measure and measure from the body to the frame and figure out how long I wanted to put in a piece of metal right there. So, and put in bracing. So I have a picture somewhere that has the Batmobile with all the panels off. And this thing looks like a dead tree because there's all these bars and crap all sticking out all over the place. And it's kind of funny, but that's kind of where it started. Once I got that all done, I called up the Missoulian here in town, the local newspaper. And they sent out this intern kid from the college, from the University of Montana, to do a story. They had no idea that it was a real thing. They thought it was just some kook, saying, "Hey, I built this Batmobile. Come and look," So he comes out, and I had
Speaking of Batmobile, here's Gay Batman.
What?
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys. I tried to block him. He broke in on the Purple Sticky podcast, and he's breaking in here. Damn it!
Is that the gay Joker? I'm coming for you, buddy.
No,
Who-
this is
talking
the
about
Wrangler
me?
Dave.
I'm fucking coming for you, gay Joker.
Gay Batman, I went to bat for you, dude. I mourned your death, and here you were hiding like a little bitch,
I'm a superhero.
a super bitch hiding off
I am
somewhere
a
because a
gay
bad guy might get
superhero.
you. I'm feeling a lot of resentment and anger towards you, Gay Batman.
how'd this guy get the link?
He's a hacker.
He just is a hacker. He just breaks in.
I'm Batman.
And he hacks all the network shows, man.
Son
I
of a
knew it.
bitch.
I
And
knew it.
let me just tell you, T-Man, this guy a few weeks ago, maybe even a couple of months ago by now, faked his death, left all of us in the network just reeling and
The
grieving.
Joker tried to kill me.
What? The fuck did he say? And then he ran away like a little bitch.
Said where Joker's trying to kill me, and he ran off.
You know what? I'm going to get one of our security guys up real quick to come on, Executioner. He kind of runs our cyber security here. We're going to see if we can't do something. Yo, X, you on, buddy?
Hey, X, you're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Yes, I'm in.
There we go.
Hey,
Hey, have you been seeing what's happening here, dude?
With gay Batman.
Hey, Batman keeps breaking in. He's alive
hacking
on
our
our
shit,
man.
network.
We're gonna have to put a stop to this. I'm getting tired of him coming in and out, interrupting people's shows.
yeah,
Oh,
man.
We're trying to run a business here.
Hey, well, I'm gonna have to make a call. You think
That's
I'll have
right.
to call
You
gay Joker to get gay Batman?
You know, I actually got this really weird email the other day, which I guess if I read between the lines, has to be from Gay Joker, telling me to let Gay Batman know. See you soon, sweetheart.
Well, gay Joker told me today that he's on his tail. He's on his tail. He's gonna find him. So he's gonna find him. He just may end up calling Dog the Bounty Hunter next.
Shit, that'd
Dog
be
the
good. But
Bounty
Dog's
Hunter.
kind
Who
of
knows?
busy in Florida right
I don't
now.
know what gay Joker's got going on.
The only thing the Dog the Bounty Hunter is good for is to put his 8x10 on my dartboard. Fuck that plan.
All right.
All right, man.
Let me get
That's
back.
All right,
Let me
buddy.
get back
Thanks
off.
for coming
Let me get
in.
back off. Do your show, Wrangler Dave. How you doing?
pretty good.
Man,
By the way, this is Executioner. He's a host of another show.
that's about to come up soon.
Yeah, it's about to come up soon. What's the name of your show, brother?
The Barbecue Shack.
The Barbecue Shack with the Executioner. Coming
Very
at you
soon.
soon on Off the Hook Network.
Very scary.
All right, Rob. Kick
All right,
me
brother.
off.
All right, man. We'll get to the bottom of this, and hopefully Gay Batman doesn't show back up.
All right, man, you're good. So, T-Man,
Yeah.
so you were talking about, the go-kart, the tumbler cart. So,
Right.
okay. So, another question. That's a pretty cool cart, by the way. I watched you build that thing from scratch. Oh, and by the way,
Right.
where can people find the plans for that cart at?
I no longer offer them.
You no longer offer them.
Nope. The reason is because I attempted to sell them for about 2.5 years. And in that time period, I got so many people coming in and wanting the plans for free because I was selling them for $45.
Yeah.
And I had so many people coming in and wanting the plans and they never wanted to pay for it.
Okay.
And the excuses these people would use were pretty low. And every single plans I had, these, I would request, well, once you get started on it, let me know. Well, the last thing that broke the camel's back was I got contacted on Facebook by somebody, and they wanted a set of the plans. The reason is because they wanted to have a set of plans because their girlfriend has a child who had MS, and they wanted to do something special for that kid. Now, this is one of many stories. Then I sat there. I was like, well, I normally don't hand these out for free, because by this time I was really livid about what was going on. People would request the plans, give me a sob story. I'd send it to them, and they disappear. I never hear from them again. Okay,
That sucks.
and so this one situation is, I was like, well, I normally don't hand these plans out for free. And this person responded by saying, well, I can have the $45, but I kind of want to view one of the pages just to see whether or not it's too technical for me to deal with. So I was like, oh, okay, I could probably do that. So I went in and screenshotted one of the pages, sent it to him, and I didn't hear from him for about 2 or 3 days. Then somebody on some other group on Facebook contacted me, and they were like, dude, are you trying to sell your Batmobile?
Hey,
And I responded by saying no.
T-Man, you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your internet
might be
connection's a little laggy there.
Well, it might be my headphones here. So is it working okay now?
Let's see.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, your audio is good, but your video is way off. But that's fine.
Oh, the video is. Oh, okay. Well, so ultimately, I come to find out through this other person who was helping me, who had told me that what this person had done is they had taken that picture, they had brought it into another forum in some other country. They were saying that they were me, and they were trying to sell my Batmobile. And here's proof that I'm the guy who has it, and he's showing the set of plans that I sent them.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And then I notified the moderator that no, I'm not selling the Batmobile. I'm not selling the plans anymore. And then they disappeared. And they took off the post and everything. That was the last of it. That was the last time I ever decided, I've given society and all these dads and all these mom and pop shops out there, all these people, the opportunity to do this kind of thing for their kids, and everybody craps in my face.
Yeah, I understand.
So I quit. I stopped doing it.
Yeah. So everyone out here watching, the reason why his connection's kind of bad, guys, and I'm going to get into that here in a second, is because, believe it or not, T-Man is actually homeless. He basically fell from grace. He had a really good YouTube channel that was supporting him and everything, and he had a fall from grace, guys. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to segue that into asking T-Man, what happened to your channel, man? Why are you homeless now?
Okay, well, it kind of all started a few years ago. The channel, when YouTube first started going for this longer content, I didn't want to feed into that. I didn't want to make my videos a half hour long. So I started not complying with that. And because of that, my viewership started to drop. I was still making 5 or 10 minute videos. Well, other YouTube channels were coming in and they were blowing up past me because they were conforming to what YouTube wanted to do. But I didn't really like that idea. I didn't think that it was good for people who built stuff in their shops. People who sit in garages for hours should not be spending more time on the internet watching other people build stuff. So, I didn't want to conform to doing that kind of stuff. So my channel started to drop in viewership really bad. I started losing revenue, and a lot of things were going on, not just with YouTube, with the stress from YouTube, because I had tried very, very hard for years to grow my channel. And with every build that I put out, I also offered plans for people to come and buy.
Okay.
And a lot of money was going into this channel, but I was not pulling in enough money I was pulling in enough to keep the builds going, but I wasn't pulling in enough to contribute to the home. Okay. So over time, this really wore on me than it wore on anybody else. And
Here in a little bit, T-Man, just give you a heads up. We're going to have a commercial.
Okay. All righty.
So,
Just let me know. So,
Yeah.
so anyways, I was trying very hard, to do different things, set up different platforms to get people to participate and to help out. And it just wasn't happening. I was dumping, hundreds of dollars into these builds. And it wasn't coming back from the YouTube ad revenue. I went as far as to set up my own website and engineer the entire website, sit there for hours and hours and hours, setting up. I think I had 72 pages on that website, so, everything built from scratch. And ultimately I had to shut that down because the ad revenue, I put AdSense on that website in hopes that the AdSense and the traffic going to the website would bring in finances too. Well, it ultimately came down to the point to where not even the website, the traffic to the website was bringing in enough money to even support the website.
Okay.
So I had to let it go. I had a domain name and a massive email list. And I just had to let it go because you can't. I was also trying to, another thing that was a big factor was my family life. I was trying to get my kids to get involved with it. So that way, because every time I put the kids on camera, everybody liked it. People would, the comments would be a lot more, the viewship would be a lot more. So I'd want to get the kids to come in, hold the camera, help out with editing, come up with, so we'd have a home-based YouTube channel, and then they could learn.
Go ahead. So how did you end up where you are right now? So what happened?
Now?
How did you end up homeless?
Okay. Well, what happened is over time, trying to build up the channel, trying to build up a lifestyle that we have. And then there was also other situations where the missus was doing a lot of stuff that our idea of parenting is very different. Very different. Her idea of parenting is just to let the kids do what they want. As long as the kids are happy, then that's what matters, and I'm a good mom. Me, on the other hand, I am somebody who does not, well, straight out, I don't care about being a good dad. I've said this multiple times.
You were the disciplinarian, and she was like the enabler, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And I I didn't care about being a good dad. I wanted to be a good teacher.
Yeah.
I didn't care about being a good provider. I wanted to be a good teacher, because being a provider and a parent someday is going to end.
Yeah. Well, see, and it's just like in my household, right? So like, I tell my kids all the time, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent,
That's right.
If you want a friend, get a dog or go to school and make friends. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. It's my job to try to teach you right from wrong and raise you to be able to deal with this madness that we call the world.
That's right.
And to try to prep you for that.
My idea, the thing, one of the first things actually started making everything go downhill is when my daughter in third grade, it was in third grade, she actually got her first good friend. And they would have play dates. Like her friend would come over and spend the night, and then she'd go and spend the night over at her place. It was her first real friend. Well, they got into some little dispute and they no longer were friends anymore. Well, Allie didn't really know how to handle this. And I was trying to tell her, this is how you do it. Because when I was growing up, I was kicked around a lot. So I had to learn how to conform to what people consider to be valuable. And then I would acquire friends that way. Okay. People to hang out with, people to deal with and stuff. So I had friends, and I learned how to acquire friends. Well, and I would try to get Allie to do the same thing. Well, after about a month or two, Allie was just like, she'd come home and she'd be sad because her friend wasn't talking to her anymore. And I would be like, well, Allie, you got to go out and talk to other people. You have to learn to talk to other people. You can't have one friend your whole life. You're a crazy person if you do that. So you can't do that. So you got to learn to integrate with other people. Talk with your other friends. Go play with other people. You know, talk to other people about the stuff you like doing on the computer. You know, that's one way to do it. Well, instead of allowing her to figure things out for herself, Crystal turns around and pulls her out of school and starts homeschooling her. So that was one of the first things that really made me realize, hey, hold on a second. You're teaching her to run away. You're not teaching her how to integrate, how to get involved with other people. This is not a good lesson. That was the first thing that really made me go. So
okay. So take a quick break real fast here. We're gonna do some ads here. So first up, I want to plug Wrestle Shoot. It's a show that comes on the Off the Hook Network as well. And then as well as Purple Sticky. And then the last one is called Out Loud. So
are those all podcasts?
Yeah, those are all of our podcasts. This is right here, the background for Wrestle Shoot.
Congratulations! You have found Wrestle Shoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the Ladies Man Chris.
Jesus, we are having
that was interesting
technical issues on our end too. Fuck.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Anyway, that was Wrestle Shoot.
Hey, everyone, make sure you check out Purple Sticky Podcast. It's the one right before Wrangler Dave's Trailer Park, Thursdays here on Off the Hook Network.
Yeah, they're fun, man. Him and the chemistry that he has with Ray Young from Jackass and all that shit. Those guys are just fucking crazy.
Yeah, Rake's pretty cool, even though I personally think he kind of looks like a third-rate Lou Albano, but that's still cool as hell.
Well, I call him Beetlejuice's unemployed older brother.
Oh, yeah, that works as well. I like Rake, man. He's a cool dude.
Here's a big one for old Mr. Castle.
The out.
Motherfuckers don't want none of Jimmy Castle.
I like that. So that's.
I got one more good one for him too.
All right.
There he is. That guy loves himself. Nobody loves Castle like Castle.
Yep. Sorry about that. I just had something fall on my desk. Okay, so yeah, so those are the other podcasts, as well as on Monday nights we also have the Sanitarium with Leatherface.
And let's not forget Friday we have the Child Play Ninja jamming up.
Yep,
on here.
and then on Friday we have Child's Play Ninja, CPN, the one and only.
Big fan, huh?
Yeah. Been friends with him for a while too. Just like Telly, friends with Telly. And you can catch Wrangler Dave on the Sanitarium Deus on Mondays.
Deus.
Not all the time, but I'm there most of the times.
Since old Purple Sticky couldn't be here to bust your balls, I'm going to do it for him. Deus. That's a big fucking word for you, isn't it, Dave?
Not really, man. Yeah, go ahead and pimp yourself there, homie.
You don't got to pimp what's already pimped.
All right, T-Man. You can unmute yourself, brother.
Okay, there we go.
So I'm going to go ahead and segue this, man. So you ended up homeless, basically, because you had a falling out with family, didn't you?
Yes, definitely. It got so bad that the kids never wanted to get off the computer. I was trying to discipline them, but okay, well, I would come home and I would be like, hey guys, come on outside and help me out with this, help me out with that. And it got so bad that, I mean, they didn't even want to go and get their hair cut. Here I am talking with long hair, but and it was getting so horrible. And me and the missus, we ultimately got into a big yelling match. We got into a big fight, and the cops got called. I got pulled out of the house, and this all happened back last August. I mean, like a year ago in 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I ultimately, I had worked on our whole home. See, way back in the day when me and Crystal got together, we were homeless.
Yeah.
And once we got together, we rock and rolled. We were a kick-ass team. We went from being homeless to owning our own house and property within 10 years. We rock and roll. And that's a feat that very few people can do. And we did it on our own.
Just so you know, we got a comment on Facebook that says, man, that sucks. We feel you. We've been there too.
Right. And so we were a real effective team. It's just that I'm more of an overachiever. I try to do things and then I go further with it. I've got, just in the world of business, I've got obviously your social security number. I've got an employer identification number. I've gone as far as getting Benz and Bradstreet number. Yeah. I'm registered with the Defense Logistics Agency. There's things that I go above and beyond the call of life. And, taking even in all my builds on YouTube, all of them are unique builds, except for the full screen machine. That's the buggy. That's not really all that unique because people have done the same type of build before. 8 arms, that kind of crap.
Now.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not really much of a unique build. The Hyperion cart, that's a unique build. The Fat Tire mini bike, that's kind of a unique build. It's been done by companies, but for what I did, where I had the disassembling front end and all that kind of stuff, that's a unique build.
Yeah.
The two most viewed builds that I have is the Batmobile and the Fat Tire mini bike. Those are the two widest viewed builds that I've got. I personally like I like the bike because I like to ride that. And Allie's cart, the A cart, that was very uniquely done too, the way that front suspension would work. Plus, on top of that, when I first built that thing, it folded in half. I had the engine, and the engine would rotate, and the whole machine would fold in half, so you could store it away in your garage. So it wouldn't take up, 48 square feet. You know what I'm saying? So, so, the A cart was a great build, was a build that I really liked. And then the Hyperion cart. The Hyperion cart was the most pretty. I mean, I painted that thing and I made it look like it was a living cartoon. When you sat there and you looked at it, when it was all freshly painted, I had the marker on it, outlining everything like a cartoon would be. And this thing was like a living cartoon, the way it looked.
Yeah.
And there's, so just in my average build activity, even that shows that I'm more of an overachiever. I like to go the extra step. And obviously, I want to go the extra step in my home too, which means, see, if you want things to keep going for you and your family and your bloodline, you could say, a lot of people start out by getting a house, a home. And then after they pass, the home then gets transferred to the kids. Yeah. Well, a lot of times the kids get a little too selfish most of the time, and they sell the house that they grew up in. And that's, in my opinion, that's a bad thing. In my opinion, that's a bad thing. You want to hang on.
How did you end up in the position you're in now, other than the whole other thing? I mean, exactly what happened to cause you to be homeless this time?
Okay, this time, everything had just built up. All the negative things. My idea of wanting what I wanted the kids to do. I wanted them to learn piano. I wanted them to be overachievers too. Do the same thing I do. I will show you how to be this. When you graduate from school, you won't need a career because you're going to have a career in marketing from all the stuff you've learned from helping me out on YouTube and Facebook and everything. You're going to have an entire platform. You're going to have it made if you get on board with me.
But they didn't do that. You guys had a falling out, right?
Yes. Me and Crystal, we had a big falling out. And so ultimately, I got pulled out of the house. I got a restraining order put on me to stay away from them. But that didn't really work very well because like the very day that I walked out of jail, I was on the phone calling Crystal, apologizing to her. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care what the state says because this is another thing is I also study law. I study foundational law. I study constitutional law. I study contract law and and trust law. I study that kind of stuff. And one of the things, so I'm not afraid of the system. I'm not afraid of the system at all. When they put that ankle bracelet on me, because they put an ankle bracelet on me, a stupid GPS thingy. So when they put that on me,
the house arrest bracelet.
No, it's a house away bracelet. Stay away from the home. Right. Yeah. So I had even told the court, I have no place to go. All 20 years that I have spent here in Montana, I have no place to go. I was a stay-at-home dad. I was trying to build a home for my kids. I don't have any family here. I don't have any friends. There is no place I can go. And the judge says, well, I can't believe that. You're just going to have a restraining order and you can't go back home.
Yeah.
And that was last year. So before all that, but when they released me out of jail and I went over to what's known as the pretrial, they put the ankle bracelet on. They were like, now you got to sign this. Well, I signed it. I told them, I says, I really don't agree with this. I don't like this idea. I can't go back home because that's all of my resources. I don't have a slew of crap going on outside of home. That's my primary hub.
Exactly.
I have to go back home. And they were like, no, you can't go back home. I was like, well, I don't really agree with this. I don't like this idea that you guys are going to make me, so I can't. She says, this is what the lady said. Well, you can get up right now and walk out that door. And I can guarantee you within 2 blocks of walking out that door, I'll be calling up the PD. Officers will arrest you and throw you right back in jail. And that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's kind of like, not very good.
Under duress.
Yeah.
Right?
So
basically, you're being threatened.
How you ended up homeless now is that, to make a long story short, basically the restraining order basically kicked you out of your own house, and because you have no family and no friends you could stay with, you know, you're now living out of a homemade trailer, basically a homemade trailer. Right.
Yeah, I built
and then still working a job, from time to time to actually make money. Yeah, you could show your trailer a little bit if you want, man.
Well, yeah, you might be able to see it in the back there. This trailer is a flatbed trailer that I built up also on my YouTube channel that ultimately turned into my home. I've got a bed in there. I've got just a little bit of food left. I can cook food. I have everything. I have everything that I need other than a kitchen and a bathroom.
Yeah, that's the only thing you're missing is a kitchen and a bathroom.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever thought about looking at a MyPod trailer?
Well, I can do a lot of stuff. Whether or not I have the money or the money to invest into it, that's a different story. Yeah. I mean, I can build if I had the money, I could build a tiny house on this thing if I wanted to.
Well, then
I've got the money, I can achieve anything.
Pickup though.
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
It'd have to be ultra light.
Yeah, you can see it right there. That's my pickup.
Little Ford Ranger over there. Mm-hmm. Did you get the Ranger fixed, by the way? Because last time I talked to you last week when I had to cancel the other show from the Coof flu, you told me you were having issues with the engine.
No, I haven't been able to come up with fixing that.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let's see here. So someone just offered to put you up. They said they have an extra room. Where are you located, though? Because he has to stay in Montana for his kids.
Yeah. I'm in Montana right now. Missoula, Montana.
Now, if you got an extra room, man.
They might be in another country, another state.
No.
Yeah, I've had a lot of offers, but this is where I have to stay within.
So
this
check
area.
it out, man. So you got right here. If you look on the screen, you'll see you got an offer in Mississippi and then one in Sacramento.
Yeah, but I can't do that. I can't. All my stuff is still at the house. The Batmobile, all the builds.
Yeah, I have another 5 minutes before we have to wrap this up.
Right
so I had one more quick question to ask you.
Yeah,
I'm putting you on Front Street, dude, for real.
Okay, all right.
Did you ever get a hold of Nathan?
No, I didn't. No, I got way too. This lifestyle is nonstop distraction. I have not contacted him. I've got the contact information, and I know he's down there in Stevensville.
I mean, he's not far from you, dude.
Well, it's 2 hours, and my truck will overheat and probably start fire. I could have him. I could try meeting up with him sometime, but I have to. I just can't. It is an absolute dishonorable thing for me to do, to turn around, drop everything here, to rush off to something I don't know is secure.
Okay, so this is what you do, man.
Can't do that, Wrangler, Dave. I can't.
So you know what? I know the dude personally, right? He lived here in San Diego, and like I told you before, the dude's, he's well off, right? And just get together with him, man, because he can work you and get you money. He is a car dealer, so he can help you get yourself a new set of wheels,
Yeah.
And who knows? He might have a place to put you up to help you get back on your feet, man. So you're not homeless no more. That was my whole deal of introducing you to.
Oh, right.
I know you're a hard worker. I know he needs help. Why not get you guys linked up, man?
Yeah. I could look into it. It's just there are things that are happening in the background that I can't. It would create more problems later on in the future. I have to handle my stuff here. I have to handle it here, even though, I mean, living like this does suck, but the worst part of it all is not having a bathroom.
Well, you can always go and get yourself one of those porta potties, man. Them camp potties.
Oh,
one of them.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about going pee or poop or anything like that. I'm not talking necessarily that. I'm talking about some place where I can take a shower, some place where I can manicure myself, some place where I can, having the peace of mind of knowing that I can keep myself clean. That's very important. That's a very high thing right there. Making sure you stay clean, because when you're dirty, you lose morale, you get depressed, you get, it's one of those things people don't realize is so dang important.
Yeah, and it's also a vicious revolving circle, man. The more you feel bad, the more you look bad. The more you look bad, that's going to, continue on and on. It's kind of like a vicious cycle. So, you got to figure out a way to pick your ass up out of the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
This entire lifestyle.
So like where he's at right now, guys, he does not even, there's no truck stops up there with showers. And if they do, they're like $18 to take a damn shower. That's ridiculous. So that makes it really hard for him to do. Now there is a crisis center, I was told, there that has showers.
Yes. That's actually about 4 blocks away. That's why I'm in this position. That's where I'm at. That's why I'm here in this place that I'm at now. Right.
Yeah.
Because so that way I've got the access, because if I need water, I can run down there and grab water. I can make things happen. I'm a very disciplined individual.
Well, do me a favor then, man. Discipline your ass to Nate. Get that truck fixed, man. Get back on your feet, dude. Stop procrastinating.
Well, I'm not. I'm just I have to deal with everything has to be at a decent balance. And I understand
that, man. But like I told you once before, brother, you got to look out for you first, man.
Yeah.
I understand you still have your kids and your wife you're thinking about. Trust and believe that, dude. But if you don't do for you, you're not going to be able to do for them. Right? You got to be able to take that step, man. I know it sucks, dude. And it's scary because you don't know them. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, can I throw something in on this conversation?
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Listen, buddy. I'm a recovering cokehead, like in a bad way, felonies and all. So what I'm saying to you is coming from a lot of experience, and everybody's always got some fucking excuse why they can't make a jump towards a safe direction, because safety is not their comfort zone. And that's where you're at. You're in this comfort zone of where you're at. But you're talking about you need balance and you need to not abandon responsibilities. Let me tell you something, dude. From an outsider looking in, everything you're saying is bullshit. You're scared to death to fix your life and to move on up. So what you've got to really figure out by yourself one day is, what is your rock bottom going to be? When are you finally going to say, holy shit, I have all these people reaching out to help me that I don't know, rather than what do you got to lose, man? You go right back to your fucking garage. Take a chance. Try to fix yourself. Don't you think you could balance your life better if you were in a forward moving position rather than sitting in a garage freezing your ass off in the winters?
Shed. He's in a trailer, tent trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, tent trailer. It's a flatbed.
If you're taking chances on going to sleep in that every night and not waking up dead, you should be willing to take a chance of waking up in a bed to a shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's
I would like.
That's why
there's
I've been
something,
telling you, brother. That's why I've been telling you, T-Man. I know I cut you off. I'm sorry. That's why I've been telling you, T-Man, you know, you need to get hold of Nate, man. You really do.
Yeah.
He's in your area. He's local. I know you said your truck's a piece of shit and it won't make it, right? Call him.
Right.
Call the man. Contact him on Facebook. Say, hey, man, you know, my truck's a piece of shit, but I'm willing to meet you halfway wherever we can meet to talk and at least get the ball rolling in the right direction.
Right. You know, there's something else you guys don't know is that I do want to go home, but the kids are playing this abusive dad thing.
So this is another thing I wanted to let you know. The reason why I want you on your feet, okay? You can't go anywhere like this, man. You're homeless. You're on the streets. The only place you have to go from here, believe it or not, is up. The next place down is death, right? Seriously. Let's be legit here.
Much.
Your next step is dead 6 feet under. So the only place you can go is up. And like I said, T-Man, I know you want to be there for your kids. You're a lot like me. I would die for my children. For real, I would, you know. And I understand that the frame of mind that they're in, basically. And put it this way, man. Don't you think your kids would be more proud of you if you went out there, got a job, right? You know, and with that job, you were able to rebuild your life and then reconnect with your kids again while you still have chance, while they're still young enough, you know, instead of living there in a trailer. I mean, I understand you're saying they think you're abusive, but
they don't want me back.
So what? It doesn't matter.
They've never gone out of the way to check out my YouTubes. They've never looked me up on Facebook.
See, you need to be a parent and stop letting those kids run you. And what I mean by what I mean by that, it's not to be rude to you, brother. It's not. Right. Not at all. Get yourself on your level, okay? If things don't work out between you and your wife and you end up splitting, legally speaking, you go for joint custody. Then they're forced to come to you, right? Then they're forced to come onto your side. That way you can correct the wrong, right? So, I mean, that's
not what.
Go ahead,
Dave. That's not what I would be doing. I grew up that way. I grew up going and seeing my dad every other weekend. I was receiving money off of child support. I know what that does to people.
Yeah.
In my situation, I'm not going to allow that to happen. These kids are going to have me 100%, or they're not going to have me at all.
Well,
I'll sign away my parental rights and I'll walk away from them.
So, last thing, because I was told I got to start wrapping this up. So, the last thing I wanted to say, man, because I don't want to leave this on a negative note. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I understand that you went through that, but you don't want your kids to go through that. Well, the problem is, dude, your kids have already pretty much cut you out of their life.
Yeah.
They think you're abusive. They want to have nothing to do with you, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's horrible from me, right?
Yeah.
That would suck for any parent. But here's the bright side. If you take that step in the other direction, like I told you to step, you know, that can help you build better, build back better, you know, come back up, get a better vehicle, get a house, man, you know, get a full-time job. Then later on, when they stop being rebellious, dumb teenagers, they could say, hey, man, we missed the best part of our dad. They'll reach out to you. It's never too late, man. Take it from me, who was a kid that went through the same crap, that you know, I reconnected with my dad when I was in my late 20s, you know, so it can happen. I know it sucks for the time being, but man, I gotta wrap this up, T-Man. I would love to have you back on again,
right on,
in the future if you want. We'll discuss that later on, and you know, I appreciate you coming on and telling us most of your story, man. But there will be a T-Man's Carts Part 2, folks. There will be a Part 2, so we can finish this story in the future. And by the way, in the future, I want you out of that trailer. All right. I want to see T-Man back on his feet.
I'll be over on the sidewalk.
Okay, if that's an upgrade.
No,
all right, guys. This is T-Man of T-Man's Carts. Check out his YouTube channel, T-Man's Carts. He does do live streams, guys. And if you want to support him, go to his live streams on YouTube under T-Man's Carts when he goes live. You guys could donate to his PayPal there, and he's got a couple other links if you guys want to help the man out. My name is Wrangler Dave, and this has been the Trailer Park, y'all. I'll see you guys next Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Y'all stay frosty now.